live stroll with Azra. Oh, I can never say it first thing in the morning, I tell you. Anyway, we are out this morning. It is Thursday. There is Azra. There we go. Did it that time. We'll cross over. I'll tell you something, guys. It is a lot chillier this morning than it has been the last few mornings. I think there's a cat up there. She hasn't seen it yet. Come on, Azra, let's go. Yeah, it's a lot more chillier than it has been. Yesterday was such a blessing in comparison to what it had been the 2 days prior. It was just so much cooler yesterday. It did get a bit warm in the afternoon, but clearly a lot more tolerable, which was good. So what's everyone doing today? Is it just a normal working school day, whatever day? Love to know. We are doing the normal Triple J stroll with Azra walk. It has been a little bit low on the old uptake over the last few days, which has been a real shame because last week it was just so busy. It was really enjoyable. There were people interacting, and it was such a shame. So yeah, it's been a little bit more disappointing this week. Don't really know the reason behind that, to be honest with you. But anyway, we're persevering with it. And yeah, we'll go from there. See what happens. Got a couple of people just come in, so welcome to the live chat of Triple J TV. We offer a walk with Azra. Do like and subscribe to the channel. Really helps the channel grow. There is Azra. If you've joined us before, you'll know this walk that we're doing. But it starts off residential, then we go into the nice countryside of the village, then it goes back to residential. So it's very much a walk of 2/3. So what's everyone up to today? Interested to know. For me, it is just a normal day, taking her, coming home, and then we will be working, and then we will go from there. So yeah, we are going to be doing a right in a minute. That will take us towards sort of like the village centre, and then we'll be crossing the road, and that will take us sort of towards the fields. Some of you might know if you've been with me before. Don't let her off the lead, because she's a nightmare off the lead unless she's in an old controlled situation of these dog parks with fences and stuff like that. It just isn't worth it. There's been some real, even in the last sort of few weeks, stories of dogs sort of going missing off lead, sort of chasing sort of deer and rabbits and stuff like that. Just not going to put herself through it. She loves being on the extendable. She can please herself, so it is all good. So nice this morning to have a few people joining me for the walk. As I say, it's been a bit of a quieter one after last week. There were loads of people interacting, watching, subscribing, liking, so please do all of the above, guys. It does mean a lot to the channel. And more importantly, it means I don't have to talk to myself, which, quite frankly, I can do that off camera if I want to. And where is everybody watching from? That's another thing. You know, we had some people from sort of around Europe watching last week. You know, it's quite interesting, sort of interacting with people from that point of view, not just all in the UK. You know, I had a look, and the subscribers or people watching, you know, after the UK, I think the second biggest was the United States, and I just find that astonishing, really, considering the time difference. And then obviously it's, you know, it goes back to Europe and stuff like that. So yeah, it's all good fun, depending on where you're watching from. It is 5:10 here in the UK, and as I said at the very beginning, it's quite chilly this morning in comparison to what it has. I don't know the exact temperature, but I would say it's probably 10 to 15. I should have looked at my watch before I set it up to do this. But anyway, whatever it is a lot cooler this morning. Not cool enough that I'm not wearing, I'll just wind back, body warmer and shorts. So it's not that cold that I can't be doing that. Excuse my hair this morning, guys. It's terrible. Back to the real star of the show. So again, if you haven't been joining me before, Azra is a rescue dog. She came from North Macedonia. She was found in a box at the side of a motorway in quite a lot of distress. It was on sort of a dog rescue scheme, and they sort of get brought back to health, given all the jabs, the pet passport, all that sort of stuff, in liaison with a UK sort of counterpart charity, whatever you want to call it, and they sort of get a profile on the dog once it's sort of better, then a profile on you, you know, those who lives in the house, any other animals, all that sort of stuff. And then once they've got all that, they then try and marry the two together. And to be fair, we know quite a few people that have done this, and I think we only know of one, unfortunately, that it hasn't worked out. You know, so obviously their profiling system does work very, very well. I mean, bear in mind, we've got at the time, he would have been about 6-7-year-old Chihuahua. Obviously, James, you've seen probably before, if you've followed the channel. He would have been 11 when we got her. And obviously, we've got a cat in the house. I don't count the tortoises and fishes as a profiling issue, because they're not really going to interact, are they? But the point is, Azra fitted in very, very well. Yes, there was the initial scuffles between her and Ralph and the Chihuahua, but that's to be expected, isn't it? Just sort of territory and all that sort of stuff. And then the cat, quite frankly, just punches her if she gets a bit too boisterous, and you soon know about it because there's a little yelp. And I think that's important, especially with animals that are already there, just to set the ground rules, because otherwise the new animal comes in and starts running the place, which isn't fair, is it? So they've all got their place, they've all got their position, and they all get on very, very well, and we're very, very lucky. Sometimes people ask why Ralph doesn't come out on these walks in the morning. Well, he is now 10 going on 11, and as I say, he's a Chihuahua, and he's quite old, and he looks quite old now, and his little legs just wouldn't do it. So I would end up having to pick him up. So it just wouldn't be any fun for any of us. So we're now coming out into the field, the first one. I fully expect Azra at some stage will want to do her business. So if she does, I'll leave you looking at the sky probably. Here she goes. Right, I'm going to flip it to me. You're going to be looking at the sky, guys. I'll just be a couple of seconds sorting it out. Oh. Wait. Okay, wait. Sorry about that, guys. Back again. Well, no doubt that is a load off her mind. Forgive the pun. Yeah. The seagulls and the birds antagonising Azra. So new people joining all the time, welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe, does mean a lot. This is Azra. We do this most mornings, going out for lives. Just sort of chat about life. Feel free to interact. Does mean a lot, does help the channel. What's everyone up to today? Where are you watching from as well? Be interesting to know where people are in either the UK or the broader world. So yeah, be interesting to know. Just to my right, you can see the sun beginning to come up there. Lovely sunrise again this morning. There'll be a better view of that in a minute when we go into the next field. So don't let me forget, guys. As I said earlier, so nice that more people are watching this morning. Really does mean a lot, you know. As I said, I can quite easily talk to myself off camera, and the last sort of few days it's been really quiet. And I thought it might have had something to do, and I don't know why I thought it, but on Sunday I did one of these and there was a really rude guy, and go on, Azra, let's go. I didn't obviously swear, but I got a little bit frustrated by people not knowing Azra's history and stuff like that. But I think an animal becomes like a child at times, that you sort of do get a little bit defensive of, because they can't obviously talk for themselves, can they? So when you get people bordering on nasty, not really knowing her background, I did get a little bit frustrated. So thanks to everyone who is watching. As I've explained already, she is a rescue dog, and as such, she does have bad memories of her past and still hates vans, especially. Come on, Azra. Good girl. You know, she really cows when she sees a van. And this is what I was saying about the better view of the sunrise. Look at that, guys. You cannot beat a lovely sunrise in the morning, other than a beautiful sunset at night. Some of you might be aware, if you've been following the channel, I have been doing a countdown for the last, I think, 30 days. We are going on a cruise very soon. And there'll be lots of videos like that, TikToks. Look at my channel if you are interested, because you'll see links there to my TikTok account and the Facebook account as well. Feel free to join up, more the merrier. So the YouTube channel over the last few months has really taken off, and it is sort of getting busier and busier, more and more subscribers, which is great. You know, it gets the channel out there. You know, I'm doing this every morning anyway, guys, coming out, walking her, and it's just quite nice to sort of bring you guys with me, have a chat. Sometimes you get loads of interaction, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get some nasty interaction, you know, and I will speak up if I see that, because ultimately I don't ask people to do that. You know, it's just it's a friendly forum that I do, and it's just literally for people's enjoyment. I don't do it to be given grief. Here we go. This is where Azra ended up in the stream the other morning. Unfortunately, that live conked out, and I don't know why. You going to have a look? Please don't fall back in. Azra, everyone's waiting for you, including me. In your own time. Come on. Come on. Come on, Azra. Good girl. So, we are now going into, and forgive me if people have watched before, but this is, I like to call this the Jurassic Trail, because it just reminds me, when you go in there, a little bit like Jurassic Park. No dinosaurs, thank God, because I'm damn sure Azra wouldn't protect me from dinosaurs. There was on this tree on the left, just there, the darker one, that's why I'm saying wasps nest down here. Unfortunately, I never saw any wasps, whether they've been dealt with prior, I don't know, but never saw it anyway. So a good number of people watching now, guys, so thank you very much. It really does mean a lot. If you do like and subscribe to the channel, it will get it out there to a lot more people. And obviously, as I've said before, you know, with the cruise coming up, there's going to be a lot more of this. So from that point of view, hopefully I'll be able to do lives and stuff like that a lot more. If it doesn't work on the internet package I've got with them, there is another one which I will definitely sign up to, because I'll need it for the sort of downloading the videos and what have you to different channels. So rest assured, if I work out very quickly it ain't working, it might take me a day or two to sort out, but by the time we get to the first stop, which will be Cadiz, we'll be rocking and rolling. So I'm hoping to try and get like small videos and stuff like that, shorts on both platforms, YouTube and TikTok. I'm hoping I'll be able to do them quite freely when I'm in the port, because I've got my internet, and obviously I've got the free Europe internet, so that won't be a problem. It's more the videos, the bigger videos, the daily videos that perhaps will be the ones that I might struggle with. But we're just going to cross that bridge when we get to it. You know, before that, we've got the Friends experience. That's coming up a week Saturday. So we're looking forward to that. We were going to go to the one in New York when we were there a couple of Christmases ago, but we just had so much organised. If we'd have wanted to, we could have found time. But every day just seems so tiring that we just decided it just wasn't sensible to do it. But now it's come to London. Just a view behind us. Now it's come to London. I'm going to give it a go. We talked about it when we went to the Formula One exhibition. It's actually the next door. It's actually at Excel in London, so it's reasonably straightforward. So I think, and I'll have to look at this again, guys, because I don't use YouTube that often, but it's into London. I think we can go either to get off at Finsbury Park or go into King's Cross. And then we have to get the tube round to somewhere near Liverpool Street, and then you have to get the DLR. I think you have to go to Tower Gateway, I think, from memory, and then get on it there. If anyone uses the tube, you let me know, confirm that. But I think I'm right saying that, and those that follow the channel will know how organised I try and be. So I will know by the time we go. I won't just go there and be guessing, that's for sure. And we have got an early slot, I think. It's either 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I can't even remember. But if it's 9 o'clock, that means we've got to leave super early. Anyway, it doesn't bother me. I'll be up anyway. Mum will have to, although David's home, so as I say, Mum will have to get herself to the hairdressers, but David's home, so if necessary, he can take her. Or she can take herself. She's more than able. I think she just likes the company sometimes. So yeah, I haven't really heard from anyone as to where you're watching from or what you're up to today. Please feel free. Interact as much as you can. More importantly, like and subscribe to the channel, because as I say, it really does mean a lot for me. And it's the reason I do it, to sort of get the video out there. You know, in the next sort of few years, we've got some really sort of, I think, huge holidays coming up. Let's say with the cruise. And then it's our 20-year wedding anniversary next year. So we are going to America, just myself and Julia. And then the following year, James will be finishing his GCSEs. We both know his results, so it's a treat. It's a treat before the results. We're going to be going back to America, to Disney and Universal, and that'll be a big series. Obviously, the cruise is going to be a big series. When Julie and I go next year, I've already got lots of stuff in my mind that I've spoken to Julie about. I mean, that is ridiculous, isn't it? We've not even been on the cruise yet, and already thinking about a holiday over a year away. And we've got another mini break in Wales booked as well, near the Snowdonia National Park. So we've got lots in the pipeline, and obviously there'll be other things we do, obviously. These I'll still keep doing as long as people want them. And I'm just so pleased that I've had such a good pick up this morning, because, as I say, I was a bit nervous that people weren't watching, really. So I'm really pleased I've had more people watching this morning. So yeah, that's me, or us, the channel. Even though Julie doesn't mind interacting, James is very nervous when the phone's going or the camera's going. I'm hoping he gets more confident as time goes on. Whenever I do these, he always says, "Oh, I don't want to be on camera." It's just like, that's why it's called Triple J TV, because it's the three of us. Should I change it to Double J TV? No. Well, then you need to be on it. So I'm hoping on the cruise he gets a bit more involved. Obviously, we have got Mum coming with us on the cruise as well. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to work from the point of view of when we get to the different ports. We've got 3 trips booked out of the 6 ports we're going to. We want to, when we go to Ibiza, get an Uber to one of the sort of closer beaches, just to go and sort of enjoy the beach for a few hours. Because I think we're actually in Ibiza late, and people have been moaning about this, that we arrived there almost in the sort of the heat of the lunchtime day. But I think that's going to be quite nice, actually, and when I'm thinking about it, actually watching us coming in, you know, because a lot of these ports you arrive when it's still dark, and you don't really see the build-up. And also when we leave, it'll all be lit up. It'll be really, really nice. So, yeah, I get it that people are saying, oh, it's going to be boiling hot. And Southern Europe at the minute, though, if anyone is watching from there, is stonking at the minute. They're talking about sort of forest fires and stuff like that, sort of 40 degrees plus, like every day. There's Azra's horsey friend. She loves it. She just watches. She's fascinated. Good girl. Sometimes they're actually closer to the road, so that is nice. And she doesn't bark. She's just fascinated by them. So yeah, I mean, I've been looking at the weather maps already for when we were away, and they actually sort of the genuine ones sort of don't go that far, but none of them anywhere we're going sort of say anywhere near 40. Yeah, early to mid 30s, which is sort of what I would expect for that time of year. But weather apps can be wrong. So just obviously monitoring that and seeing how we go. But no, going back to Mum, we've got a trip in Mallorca, a trip in Cartagena, I think that's how you say it. Both of these sort of trolley train things where there's not a lot of walking because there's no way Mum can do it. And then we're going to Gibraltar, the last place, and we are going up to the rock and see the monkeys, maybe do a bit of duty-free shopping if there's time. I think, and I've got no way of knowing this other than my gut, that Mum will say she'll do the Mallorca and Cartagena trips. I don't think she'll do the rock. I think that'll be the third of 3 stops in 3 days, and I think she'll just say, I've been to Gibraltar before, I'm not going to do this trip. And unfortunately she'll lose her money, which is a shame, but her health is far more important, and what I don't need, and she doesn't need, is to have a problem when we're off the ship, because that will be a nightmare. Even though we're fully insured, having been through it myself in Egypt last year, the last thing you want to do is get stuck somewhere in a foreign country. So yeah, we'll see. You know, I have said to Mum, because you're on a cruise ship, you're in a very much controlled situation. You've got the aircon constantly. You can sit down. You know, for all I care, you can sit down in the crow's nest all day. You can watch the world, you know, going on around you. People watch. You know, she'd probably find that quite relaxing when, you know, if we're off the ship or whatever. But the important thing is it's a holiday for everyone, so whatever works, we'll make it work. So, wow, I've just seen we're up to 46 people watching now. Thank you guys very, very much. Make sure you like and subscribing to the channel. This really does mean a lot. This is a live walk with Azra. The star of the show is there. It's just me blurting on behind the camera, but it's her that's the star of the show. She's actually looking at rabbits over there. You might be able to see them running. That's what she's actually interested in. So usually, guys, it's this time that I sort of getting ready to hook this up and say thank you very much. I'm going to keep going because we've got so many people watching, which is great, to the end of this road. And then I will call it a day. Been going, well, I will have been going then for over half an hour. So if I forget to do it in 2 or 3 minutes, thank you very, very much to everyone that's been watching. It has restored my faith this morning after a couple of days of not a lot going on with the lives, and it makes you really sort of question whether, you know, you wanted to keep doing the lives. Obviously channel will continue, obviously I do loads of other stuff, but this I'm doing anyway, and I just quite enjoy bringing you with me. It's quite nice at this time of day. Whether we'll be having the same conversation when the clocks change, go on, and the mornings are colder, I don't know. Maybe put a footnote in your diary for around end of October, November time, and we'll see if we're having the same conversation. I hope so, because I quite enjoy doing it. I'm still going to be bringing her out. Might be different walks that we do. I did experiment with a walk, I think, at the weekend, which some of you might have seen, which remained sort of mostly residential, which is the one thing I didn't want to do really. But if it allows us to still do the same distance, I mean, we're now just over 1.4 miles. By the end of this, it will be about 1.8 miles. And yeah, you know, it's good for her, it's good for me. Obviously, I am trying to lose as much weight before the cruise as possible. It's going very well. Lost a stone in 4 weeks. So if I could do that again, it'd be great. Now, what I will say, guys, this week has not been a kind week. We were out at the weekend both days, and that hasn't helped. During the week it's been alright, but I just know, because it was such a heavy weekend, it might be very little, if anything, this week, and I'll take that on the chin, because it is what it is. But hey ho, that's life, isn't it? Right, guys, we're now coming up to the end of the stream. As I said, thanks so much for everyone for joining in. It's really meant a great deal. As I said, after the last few days of only a couple of people here and there, this morning really has restored my faith and pleasure in doing this, and hopefully you'll join me tomorrow. And at the weekend, it's usually around this time. It might be a bit later on Saturday and Sunday, perhaps nearer to 6. Give myself a bit of a lay-in at the weekends, guys. As I say, thanks for joining, thanks for interacting, and we will catch up soon. Cheers, guys.